everyone, and welcome back to Think in English Academy. I am your host and your English teacher, Rebecca. I am so incredibly happy that you have joined me today. We have a very special, very deep masterclass prepared for you. Today, our focus is entirely on how to face an interview correctly. This specific audio class is designed for beginners. If you have never had a professional interview before, or if this is your very first time doing an interview in the English language, you are in the exact right place. I am going to hold your hand through the entire process. We are going to take our time today. This is a long, complete training session. I will speak very slowly and clearly. I will also leave long pauses for you. When you hear a pause, I want you to speak out loud. Practice your English right there in your room, or your car, or wherever you are listening. For this masterclass, we are following a fantastic university guide. This document has all the secrets to facing an interview correctly. Let us take a deep breath, relax our shoulders, and begin our training. First, let us learn the 3 most important vocabulary words. I will say the word, and you will repeat it out loud. Interview. Interviewer. This is the boss or manager, the person asking the questions. Repeat after me. Interviewer. Interviewee. This is you. You are the beginner, the person answering the questions. Repeat after me. Interviewee. Excellent. Let us start with part 1, understanding the interview. What exactly is happening in that room? Our guide tells us that an interview is a formal meeting between 2 people. During this meeting, the interviewer asks questions from the interviewee to obtain information. The word obtain simply means to get. Many beginners think an interview is like a scary police interrogation. It is not. Our guide says it is a mutual exchange of information. Mutual means it goes both ways. You are talking to them, and they are talking to you. Both you and the employer are striving to answer one simple question. That question is this the right fit? Let us practice saying that question out loud. Listen and repeat. Is this the right fit? You are trying to find out if this job is the right fit for your life. They are trying to find out if you are the right fit for their team. It is a mutual exchange. Now we move to part 2, preparation. Knowing how to face an interview correctly means doing your homework before the big day. You need to research 2 main areas, the organization and yourself. Let us talk about researching the organization. The organization is the company. If you want to work there, you must know what they do. You should research their established products, services, and achievements. Established means the old, successful things they have been making for years. You must also research their new products, services, and achievements. What are they building right now? Next, you need to understand their organizational structure and culture. This means learning who the managers are and learning if the workplace is very strict or very relaxed. You should also look up the home offices and branches. Where are their buildings located? And finally, you must learn the organization's history and their plans for the future. Where do you find all of this information? Our guide gives us some perfect resources for beginners. You can use libraries and websites. You can read annual reports and additional organizational literature. But here is the most powerful tip. Contact and talk to people who work in the company or organization. If you have a friend who works there, ask them questions. Let us practice a great sentence you can use in your interview to show you are prepared. Listen and repeat after me. I researched your company website. Very good. Now we must prepare the second area. You must research yourself. As a beginner, you must know your own story. You need to ask yourself several important questions. I will read them slowly. Listen and repeat after me. Why am I interested in this particular position and organization? How is my education relevant? What relevant experiences have I had? For beginners, this could mean academic projects, internships, or any small jobs. What skills have I acquired that are relevant to this position? What are my current and long-range career goals? What are my achievements and accomplishments? What are my strengths and weaknesses that might impact positively or negatively on my ability to do the job? To help you answer all of those questions about yourself, our lesson guide introduces a business tool. It is called a SWOT analysis. SWOT is spelled with 4 letters: S, W, O, T. Doing a personal SWOT analysis is how you face an interview correctly, with confidence. Let us break it down slowly together. Strengths. When you think about your strengths, the lesson says, don't be modest. Modest means shy. Do not be shy. Be proud of what you are good at. To find your strengths, ask yourself, how do your education, skills, talents, certifications, and connections set you apart from your peers? Ask yourself, what would your boss or peers say are your strengths? Peers are your classmates or coworkers. Ask yourself, what values or ethics do you have that your peers often lack. And ask yourself, what achievements are you most proud of? I want you to pause and think right now. What is one thing you are very good at? Say it out loud. Start with the words, I am very good at. Pause for 10 seconds. Great! Now let us look at the letter W. W stands for weaknesses. When you think about your weaknesses, our guide says, be honest. Everyone has things they struggle with, especially beginners. Ask yourself, where are your education, training, or skills lacking? Ask yourself, what would your boss or peers say are your weaknesses? Ask yourself, what are your negative work habits and personality traits? Ask yourself, what do you avoid because you lack confidence? Knowing your weakness is the first step to fixing it. Now let us look at the letter O. O stands for opportunities. These are good things happening in the world around you. Ask yourself, what trends are affecting your preferred career path? In what areas is your industry, career path, or preferred job growing? How could new technology help you advance? How could your connections help you? Finally, let us look at the letter T. T stands for threats. These are challenges in the outside world. Ask yourself, what obstacles do you currently face in your situation? Who is your competition? Will new technology or certification demands slow your progress? How is your preferred job changing in ways that could affect your advancement? That is the personal SWOT analysis. Strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. I highly recommend you write this down on paper before your interview. Now we are going to move to part 3 of our training. We are going to upgrade your beginner English into professional business English. We are going to learn important phrases and power verbs. To face an interview correctly, you want to sound confident. Our guide gives us strong sentence starters. I will read the phrase, and I want you to repeat it out loud exactly as I say it. Instead of saying, I am good at, say this. I believe my strength lies in. Repeat after me. I believe my strength lies in. Very good. Here is the next one. One key experience that shaped me is. Repeat after me. One key experience that shaped me is. Next phrase. I have consistently demonstrated. Consistently means you do it all the time. Repeat after me. I have consistently demonstrated. Next phrase. What makes me suitable for this role is. Repeat after me. What makes me suitable for this role is. Next phrase. I am particularly interested in this position because. Repeat after me. I am particularly interested in this position because. You are sounding so professional. Now, let us look at power verbs. Power verbs are strong action words. They replace simple, boring words. Instead of using the simple word did, you should use the words managed, executed, or handled. Let us practice. Repeat after me. I managed the project. I executed the plan. I handled the daily tasks. Much better. Now, instead of using the simple word helped, you should use the words assisted, contributed, or supported. Let us practice. Repeat after me. I assisted the manager. I contributed to the group. I supported the customers. Great job. Next, instead of using the simple word made, you should use the words developed, created, or designed. Let us practice. Repeat after me. I developed a new system. I created a training file. I designed the poster. Finally, instead of saying the phrase worked on, you should use the words collaborated on, led, or implemented. Let us practice. Repeat after me. I collaborated on the report. I led the student group. I implemented the rules. Please use those power verbs on your resume. Now, we are going to do a very important mental exercise for beginners. It is called positive reframing. Sometimes in an interview, they ask you a question and you do not know the answer. You cannot say negative words in an interview. You must reframe them to be positive. Let us look at an example. Imagine the boss asks you how to use a computer program, but you do not know how. The negative phrasing is saying, I don't know, or no idea. Never say that. To face the interview correctly, we use positive reframing. You should say, I'm not fully familiar with that yet, but I'm eager to learn. Or you can say, that's something I would like to explore further. Listen and repeat after me. I am eager to learn. Here is another example about salary and money. The negative phrasing is, I need a high salary, or I won't work for less. That sounds very rude. Instead, use positive reframing. You should say, I'm open to a package that reflects my skills and the responsibilities of the role. Or you can say, I'm looking for an opportunity to grow while being fairly compensated. Listen and repeat after me. I am open to a package that reflects my skills. Now it is time for an activity. Our lesson gives us 6 very bad negative sentences. Beginners say these sentences a lot. I am going to read the bad sentence to you. Then I will give you a long pause to think about how to fix it out loud. Then I will give you a professional answer. Number 1, I don't have any experience. Think about how to make that sound positive out loud. Instead, you can say, while I am a beginner in this exact role, my university projects taught me many useful skills that I can bring to this job. Number 2, I'm bad at time management. Think about how to fix that out loud. Instead, you can say, I am actively working on improving my time management by using digital calendars and daily task lists. Number 3, I get nervous when speaking. How can you make this positive? Speak out loud. Instead, you can say, I am taking steps to become more confident public speaker by practicing regularly with my peers. Number 4, my group members didn't help me. Remember, never complain about other people in an interview. Fix this sentence out loud. Instead, you can say, in my last group project, I took on extra leadership responsibilities to ensure our team met the deadline. Number 5, I don't know anything about this job. Fix this bad sentence out loud. Instead, you can say, I am very eager to learn all the details and responsibilities required for this new position. Number 6, I just need a job for money. How do we make this sound professional? Try it out loud. Instead, you can say, I am looking for a long-term position where I can add value to the company and grow my career. Take a deep breath. You are doing amazing. Let us keep going. Let us talk about part 4, getting ready for the big day. How should you look? What should you bring? Our guide gives us rules for additional preparation. First is the dress code. To face an interview correctly, you must follow a business formal dress code. For women, this means a neat hairstyle and minimum accessories. Do not wear huge earrings or bright jewelry. You should wear a formal pantsuit or skirt suit with a crisp pastel shirt. And you must wear moderate-heeled and covered-toe shoes. No sandals or open toes.
For men, this means you must have neatly done hair and beard. You should wear a plain colored tie. You need a dark colored blazer and fitted trousers. Finally, Wear black socks and formal, polished shoes. Aside from clothes, you must focus on being on time. Arrive early. Bring your certificates and copies along with your CV. And of course, practice the interview to refine your pitch and focus on your body language. Okay, you are dressed perfectly. You are on time. You walk into the building. What happens now? Let us review the interview structure. There are 4 key stages of an interview. Stage 1 is the introduction or breaking the ice. This is the greeting. It is your first impression and casual conversation to set a relaxed atmosphere. To make a good first impression, you must remember 4 things: politeness, proper greetings, confidence, a smile, and good eye contact. Look them in the eye, give a firm handshake, and smile.
Stage 2 is information gathering, or Q&A. Q&A means questions and answers. This is the longest part, where the employer asks questions to assess your skills, behavior, and qualifications. Stage 3 is the opportunity for you to ask questions. You get to interview them. Stage 4 is the wrap-up. This is the end. The interviewer explains the decision process, timeline, and requested materials. For the next part of our masterclass, we are going to focus entirely on Stage 2, the questions. Our guide gives us an amazing worksheet with common questions and instructions on how to answer them. I am going to read the question. Then I will tell you the rule for answering it. Then I am going to leave a very long pause for you to practice answering it out loud in your room. Question 1. Tell me a little about yourself. The rule is develop a story about you. It has to be a real one, but it has to be interesting too. Now, pause and practice. Tell me a little about yourself out loud. Question 2. Tell me about a time you made a mistake. The rule is, don't be afraid to talk about the mistakes that you have made. The main point is to show that you have rectified the mistake and you have taken responsibility for your actions. Remember, rectified means you fixed it. Now, practice. Tell me about a time you made a mistake out loud. Question 3. Tell me about a time you worked on a team. The rule is, it's important you develop a story that explains a time you worked extra hard to support your team. Think of a time where maybe you stayed late, took on extra work, or did something to up the morale of the team. Now, practice. Tell me about a time you worked on a team out loud. Question 4. Tell me about a challenge you faced at university and how you overcame it. The rule is develop a quick story of a time you faced a challenge at work, how you rose to the occasion, and what you learned from the experience. Now, practice. Tell me about a challenge you faced out loud. Question 5. Tell me about a time you showed leadership. The rule is even if you are still an undergraduate, you can develop a story where you've shown some form of leadership, whether it was in an internship or even on a project in the university or school. Now, practice. Tell me about a time you showed leadership. Out loud. Question 6. Tell me about a time you solved a problem. The rule is do tell how you addressed the problem, the result, and what you learned from the experience. Now, practice. Tell me about a time you solved a problem. Out loud. Question 7. Tell me what you are passionate about. The rule is if it is not related to the job, it is fine. All must have some passion for something. Now, practice. Tell me what you are passionate about. Out loud. Question 8. Tell me about what you do for fun outside of work. The rule is you can say anything here. Add in all the fun stuff you want to share with your interviewers. Now, practice. Tell me what you do for fun. Out loud. Fantastic work! You are building your interview muscles. Our guide also gives a massive list of other possible interview questions. For this section, I am going to read the questions slowly. I will leave a 10-second pause after each one. I want you to repeat the question out loud to practice your English pronunciation, and then think deeply about how you would answer it in a real interview. Are you ready? Let us begin the question marathon. What is your greatest strength? What is your biggest weakness? Do you call yourself a good team player? Why? How do you cope with pressure at work? What motivates you to do a good job? Tell me a suggestion you have made that was implemented. Explain why I should hire you. Pause for 10 seconds. How has your area of specialization helped prepare you for this position? Pause for 12 seconds. What technical skills did you use and develop at university level? Pause for 10 seconds. What do you consider to be your greatest accomplishments? Pause for 10 seconds. Why do you want to work for us? Pause for 10 seconds. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Pause for 10 seconds. What are your long-range career goals? Pause for 10 seconds. Describe a situation when you were able to get your coworkers or classmates who disliked each other to work together. Pause for 15 seconds. Tell me about a time you had to use your oral communication skills to effectively get your point across. Pause for 15 seconds. Discuss a situation when you faced a major problem in a project. How did you solve it? Pause for 15 seconds. Give me an example of a time you managed several projects at once. Pause for 15 seconds. What has been your greatest challenge? Pause for 15 seconds. What types of situations put you under pressure? And how do you deal with pressure? Give me a situation in which you failed. How did you handle it? If I asked the people who know you well to describe you, what 3 words would they use? What have the experiences on your resume taught you about managing and working with people? When you take on a project, do you prefer to work individually or in a group? What qualities do you exhibit as a member of a team? Give examples.
Wow, that was a marathon of questions. I highly recommend you to write all of those down. Practice answering them in front of a mirror. Practice answering them with a friend. The more you say the words out loud, the easier it will be on interview day. We are getting close to the end of our masterclass. Let us return to the interview stages. After the boss finishes asking you all of those questions, you enter stage 3. This is the opportunity for you to ask questions. The lesson guide is very clear about this. It says you must be prepared to ask thoughtful questions. Ask questions that reflect positively on your motivation and values. You want to show them that you are a hard worker. Your questions should reflect your genuine interest in the organization and the position. And the most important rule for beginners: never hesitate to ask questions. If you say, "No, I have no questions," it makes you look like you do not care about the job. Always have at least 2 questions prepared in your mind. Finally, we reach stage 4, the wrap-up. It is time to go home. As you stand up to leave, you must remember the guidelines for the greeting. Give a strong handshake, maintain good eye contact, and give a genuine smile. Walk out of the room with confidence. But your work is not entirely done yet. There is one final, secret step to securing that job. When you get home, you must send a thank you note or letter.
This can be an email or a paper letter. The guide gives us specific rules for this letter. First, it must be brief and not more than 1 page. Keep it short and polite. Second, you must express your thanks. Thank them for taking the time out of their busy day to meet with you. Third, refer to specific issues discussed and how you can contribute your skills and experience to the position. Mention something you talked about in the room to remind them who you are. Fourth, reaffirm your interest. Tell them clearly that you still want the job very much. And here is a wonderful final tip from the guide. Use business cards to spell names correctly. Before you leave the interview, ask for the manager's business card. Then, when you write the thank you note, you will perfectly spell their name. Spelling their name wrong is a very bad mistake.
We have done it. We have finished our entire lesson for today. Let us take a deep breath together. Inhale and exhale. Learning English takes a lot of time. Discovering how to face an interview correctly in the English language takes incredible courage. You should be so proud of yourself for taking this class and practicing today. Remember the steps. Research the company. Do your personal SWOT analysis. Practice your power verbs and positive reframing. Dress formally. Give a firm handshake. Answer with confidence. And send a thank you note. You are doing a wonderful job as a beginner. Keep practicing. Keep speaking out loud. Thank you for spending this time with me at Think in English Academy. I am Rebecca, your teacher and guide. Listen to this audio again the day before your next interview. You will do great. See you next time. Keep learning and keep believing in yourself. Goodbye, everyone.